As most of us anxiously wait to spend time with family during the holidays, those with loved ones behind bars this time of year can be rough. Stricter rules and regulations at some facilities, especially due to COVID, are making it even more difficult for the incarcerated and their families to connect. The Marshall Project took an in-depth look at life inside several prisons during the holidays. Joining me now is Keri Blakinger, a staff writer with the Marshall Project. Keri, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You spoke to individuals who are incarcerated to get some of their concerns about COVID, especially given the new threat of the Omicron variant. What were some of those concerns?
You know, I was actually surprised that there were very few people that were concerned about Omicron itself. And I think part of that's just because of how hard prisons were hit last year during the height of COVID. But a lot of it is because they're more afraid of the lockdowns and, losing visit, not being able to go out to rec. They're a lot more afraid of the repercussions of a COVID outbreak than the actual getting sick itself.
I see. And that's due to the reaction from last year's wave, correct?
Yeah, so I think there's two things going on. One is last year, some of them saw sort of so many of their friends going, to the hospital and being sick and dying because COVID hit prisons a lot harder. These are people who come in worse state health-wise, and they have very limited access to medical care. And so, they got extremely sick at higher rates than the general population. So on the one hand, I think that people in prison this year are a little bit hardened to sort of what a bad COVID outbreak really looks like. They're, COVID fatigued in a much more extreme way than the rest of the population. But part of it is that they've just been through a year of lockdowns that have been so much worse, well, a year and a half of lockdowns that have been so much worse than lockdowns have been for most of us on the outside. This is more like sort of if your lockdown entailed being stuck in your bathroom and someone throwing a brown bag meal through the door every day, and you don't have a phone to call your family, you don't have internet, you don't have TV. That's sort of more what lockdown looked like for a lot of people. So quite understandably, they're extremely scared of that. And after having seen, COVID sweep through, they're more scared of the lockdowns at this point.
How are prisons responding? I know that they're restricting visits from legal teams, from families because of the pandemic and not wanting to revisit the alarm that most prisons across this country had last year. So how have they responded in terms of visitation?
So as of, maybe a week and a half ago, there were only 4 prison systems in the country that had still cut off visitation to friends and family. Most of them had opened back up. And over the past year and a half, it's been sort of a few weeks open and, a few months closed. And it's varied from system to system. But for large chunks of the past year and a half, there hadn't been visitation. And then a few months ago, most prison systems resumed some sort of restricted visitation. In some cases, things that used to be visits where you could actually touch the other person are now through glass. And in some cases, you can have fewer visits per month or they aren't as long. But by and large, this year, prisoners do have some access to visitation in a way that they mostly didn't last year.
And these visitations, this is a time where a lot of people really rely on that human connection to see their loved ones and what really, gets them through, especially during the holidays. So what kind of toll does it take on the incarcerated when they can't have visits for extended periods of time?
I think that there's so many people, especially, the women, the mothers, who really live for those visits. It's not just about sort of whether you can make it through your time in prison, but it's also really important in terms of maintaining the sorts of relationships that are what people need to stay out of prison. So much of being successful after prison is about having relationships that are meaningful on the outside, and visitation is just so crucial for maintaining those, whether it's with kids or friends or, people who could be a future employer. So I think that being in people's lives around the holidays is a really key part of that.
Now, you noted that understaffing has been a significant problem in facilities across the country. How has that impacted how prisons handle the holidays?
Yeah, so understaffing has been an ongoing issue in several prison systems, but especially during the course of COVID, there's been a lot of people that just didn't want to take the risks, that didn't think it was worth the pay, that were sick of seeing, their coworkers dying. And so a lot of prison systems have dealt with people quitting or retiring early and are now dealing with historic understaffing. In Texas, this is the most understaffed that the agency has been ever. They're more than 7,000 guards short, and that's just guards. That's not even counting like nurses and administrative positions. And, the impacts of that are that you don't get fed at regular times, you don't get mail, you have to wait longer for meds. I remember at one point several months ago talking to a nurse who was saying that, they had to decide whether they were going to do COVID tests or give out insulin. Like these become like really desperate choices. And of course, during the holidays, you're going to deal with even less staffing. You're going to be running pretty bare bones operation. It could impact whether you're actually able to have visits or, whether you can get out of your cell at all, or if you're simply just locked in a cell and not even able to get out to a rec yard at all on a holiday. It's the same sorts of impacts that you would see from staffing any other day of the year, just amplified.
Wow. Well, you recently did a piece on how the incarcerated dealt with Thanksgiving, and you spoke to one individual who said, quote, "Thanksgiving was not the worst holiday in prison, but looking back, I think it maybe was the saddest." Why was that the case?
So that was actually me. I was the one writing that. That wasn't a quote. That was me speaking, because I did time before I was a reporter. And I was thinking back on when I did time. Some of the holidays that were the easiest in prison were the things that you didn't really associate with family on the outside. My favorite holiday was Super Bowl, and I don't care about football at all in the free world. But, in prison, this was something where I didn't sit around like missing friends and family. I didn't have sort of strong established traditions that meant a lot around that holiday. But when you're talking about holidays like, Christmas or Thanksgiving, these are the sorts of days that even if you don't like those holidays, you know that those are holidays that you and so many other people traditionally spend with family, and you can't. And, maybe you're lucky and you have prison friends, but I mean, maybe you're just in a bad unit and you have nobody. So I think those holidays are the hardest. And even the best case scenario on Thanksgiving is still kind of really sad. My first Thanksgiving, the person I was dating visited me, and visiting rooms on holidays in a women's prison are just heartbreaking, because even when the women are so happy to see their kids, they have to say bye at the end. They have to explain why they can't go to Thanksgiving dinner. They have to have their kids seeing them in prison uniforms, and I think that's just really difficult. The person who visited me, we had our makeshift Thanksgiving using food that we got from the prison vending machine in the visiting room. So we carved the word turkey into the back of a Snickers bar, and we wrote green beans with a paperclip on some Reese's, and that was cute and we laughed and all, but like that's kind of sad on several levels. I mean, you just sort of want more out of life than that, and it really hits home where you are and where you've gone wrong and what you're missing when you're sitting around like that on the holidays.
Well, Keri, we definitely appreciate you looking into this. And honestly, during the holidays, people do forget those who are still incarcerated, who don't have the luxury that we all have of engaging with loved ones on an everyday basis. So a really sad time of the year for them. Really appreciate your reporting on this. Keri Blakinger with the Marshall Project. Thank you so much for your time tonight.